Hi students, welcome to Alpo's e-learning chemistry classes for second year. The running chapter is organic chemistry and now we are in session number 56. In previous session we discussed about the reactions, that is nothing but the chemical properties of carbonyl compounds and different types of chemical properties and the suitable reagents or different types of reagents that are useful in creating such type of reactions in different carbonyl compounds. All these listed out, and I hope you are now having all those reagents in your mind, and my suggestion is you keep it in your mind sincerely. If you are not yet studied all these reagents, again you have to go through that video and you should be have all these reagents in your mind. Then only you can understand the coming or this session or in coming sessions discussions, because when you are having the reagents which are used for a particular purpose, then only you can further continue with the mechanism, how it is creating the reaction and what are the deviations in a particular reaction mechanism, why they are happening. All these we will discuss once you are thorough with the reagents. Clear? And thereby in previous session we discussed about all the reagents in different reactions, and thereafter we also discussed about the nucleophilic addition reaction mechanism of carbonyl compound, and there we concluded they are very interested to go for addition, not for substitution. And the reason, the excellent reason for that one, why they are not going for displacement, that is nothing but substitution reaction. Have you remember that? It is nothing but only because when a nucleophile is attacking on the carbonyl group, in case if they tend to go for substitution, they have to displace the more basic H or alkyl groups, and as these two are too basic to be replaced, it is not at all possible for any weak nucleophile to replace those groups. That's why instead of substitution or displacement reaction, these carbonyl compounds tend to go for nucleophilic additions. And in previous discussion what we conclude is nothing but that nucleophilic addition reaction may be carried out in either acid catalyzed, that is acid medium, or base catalyzed or base medium. So but when irrespective of the catalyst used or the media used for these nucleophilic addition reactions of the carbonyl compounds, the ultimate product will be the same. Only the way is nothing but the way or the method or the mechanism, simply we can say the only difference is in the approach of the reaction through a different mechanism, but finally the product is same in both these two catalyzed reactions. And now in this session how the reaction is happening in case of acid catalyzed mechanism, and how the reaction is happening in case of base catalyzed reaction, what are the final products, whether they are same or not, we have to prove. And let us continue our discussion on this topic. Clear? And now let me consider, this is the reaction, actually nucleophilic addition reaction of carbonyl groups, is it not? And now let us consider the best example, that is nothing but general representation of this nucleophilic addition. This is nucleophile, this is the reagent nucleophile that tend to go for addition with this one, and finally what we are getting is this nucleophile is attacking on carbon and hydrogen is going to this oxygen. This is addition product, is it not? And now how it is happening, in case what we are considering, this reaction can be catalyzed either acid or base, but the product is same. And now let us see in case of acid how we can confine that it is nucleophilic addition, or in case of base what is happening and why it is in basic media also it is nucleophilic addition. All these we have to discuss. Let us consider first mechanism in acid catalyzed reaction. Acid catalyzed reaction. here this carbonyl group, first of all, this is step 1. In step 1, carbonyl group is attacked by the acid H plus on this carbon, on oxygen, which is supposed to have partial negative charge. It is of having lone pair of electron, and thereby this acid H plus will attack on this. It is now giving protonated carbonyl group like this, OH, and it is plus this oxygen. This is protonated carbonyl group. And in step 2, this protonated carbonyl group is now attacked by this nucleophile, that is the nucleophile, neutral nucleophile, which is having lone pair, will attack on this. Thereby this pi bond will completely shift it to this. Are you following? And here what is happening? This is now coming to nucleophile is donating electron pair to this, and thereby it is getting positive charge, and here this pi bond completely shifted towards oxygen, and hence here there is no charge on oxygen. And now because of having positive charge, this hydrogen will release electron to this, and finally it is now H plus is coming out, and the product is now nucleophile and OH. This is the product. As we know, acid is only the catalyst, and as per definition, catalyst is the substance that should not involve in the reaction but should change the rate of the reaction. But in case sometimes if it is involved in the reaction, that should be a temporary involvement. Ultimately or finally the catalyst should retain as it is it not? So here first acid is attacking and making it to protonate, and this protonated is now attacked by nucleophile. Clear? And this is slow step. Just you remember, this nucleophilic attack is slow step, and when it is slow step, already you know from chemical kinetics, slow step is rate determining step. And in rate determining step, nucleophile is added. So depending on this action, that is nothing but the reagent that is added in rate determining step to the substrate, we are considering it as nucleophilic addition. Even though in first step nucleophile is not added, only electrophile H plus we can consider it as electrophile, it is added, but it is not rate determining step. So in rate determining step, that is in slow step, nucleophile is attacking. Clear? And finally the acid H plus is coming out as it is. This is the reaction happened, and here the product is like this, the nucleophile and OH group. Clear? So it is nothing but like this, the product. And now let us go for the reaction with mechanism with base catalyzed reaction mechanism. And when it is acid catalyzed, now we observe the step 1 is H plus attack, but it is not a rate determining step because it is fast step. And in second step, as the pi bond breaks when nucleophile is attacking on the substrate, it is the rate determining step because it is the slow step. And just you remember, my dear students, in any reaction, the step which involves the bond breaking is rate determining step, because bond breaking requires more energy, and more energy is applied, then only the reaction will proceed. That means it is the slowest step. And when it is the slowest step, what is happening in that slowest step is, that is nothing but rate determining step. We are considering the reaction. Here also in second step, nucleophile is attacking, that is the slow step, and hence it is nucleophilic addition reaction. Clear? And now let us consider mechanism in base catalyzed reaction. Here first of all, in step 1, what is happening is HNU, that is nothing but the reagent, neutral nucleophile, is attacked by the base so as to take this H plus from it, releasing new nucleophile with a charge. it is neutral nucleophile. Now after abstracting H plus from this, that is the purpose of base. This base is nothing but catalyst. It is abstracting H plus from this neutral nucleophile, creating charged nucleophile. And now in step 2, this charged nucleophile will attack on partially positive charged carbonyl group, and where it is facilitating this pi bond to shift towards oxygen. And now what we are getting is nothing but the tetrahedral anion. This is nothing but alkoxide, we can say, because oxygen with carbon is having negative charge. It is now sp2 and it is sp3. Already we discussed in previous session, that is, it is tetrahedral anion will form. And now in step 3, this anionic part, that is O minus, will attract the H plus from water which is formed in the beginning in step 1. So by releasing this H plus to this oxygen, OH minus will be released out, because it is only catalyst. It should not involve in the reaction, but involved, but it should be a temporary involvement, is it not? In such a manner, when OH minus release as it is, now finally what we are getting is this substrate is added the nucleophile completely, and it is now getting this type of product. If you observe, this is similar to this, that is, in both acid catalyzed or base catalyzed, the path, the way of mechanism is different, but the final product is same. In acid catalyzed, first acid H plus will attack on carbonyl oxygen, and then nucleophile will attack, and which is rate determining step. And in this case, the first base will attack on the reagent, not on the substrate. Just to observe, there the acid catalyst is attacking on the substrate CO, but here the base is attacking on the catalyst is attacking on the reagent. And after generating the nucleophile, that is charged nucleophile, that charged nucleophile is attacking on this. Just here you observe, this is slow step, and hence it is rate determining step. And as the rate determining step involves the attack of nucleophile, it is nucleophilic addition. Previously also, the rate determining step involves the attack of nucleophile. Here also, rate determining step is involving the attack of nucleophile. That's why, just you remember forever, my dear students, irrespective of the reagent which is attacking first, irrespective of the nature of the species which is attacking first, we have to consider the reagent or the nature of the reagent which is attacking on the substrate in rate determining step. That rate determining step may be the first step itself, or it may be second step, or like that, whatever the step it is, but it should be slow step. That's why it should be rate determining step. We have to consider only the rate determining step reagent, not the first step. Just to remember, most of the people believe that the reaction is named on behalf of the reagent which is attacking in first step, but actually here it is not like that. Just to remember, first step is not the criteria. In case if first step itself is the rate determining step, no problem at all. But unlike that, here you observe, first step is not rate determining step, because in first step it is not at all involving any substrate. In second step, when nucleophile is attacking, it is rate determining step. So now we have to provide, or we have to consider the name of the reaction on behalf of this reagent. Clear? Like that, the nucleophilic addition reaction of carbonyl compounds may be catalyzed by acid or may be catalyzed by base, but the ultimate, that is the final products in both cases are same. Clear? That is about the reaction mechanism of nucleophilic addition of these carbonyl compounds in acid or basic medium. And now let us see one by one the reagents that are useful in these nucleophilic addition reactions. Already it is listed out in previous session, and now let us consider the reaction, how it is happening in different substrates in acid catalyst or in base catalyst, like that we have to see. For that purpose, first of all, it is nucleophilic addition. First one is with HCN, hydrogen cyanide. And dear students, you remember HCN may not be provided directly. Instead of that, it is given as NaCN or KCN plus H2SO4. That is nothing but, already you know, this is in practice. When any particular reagent is prepared on the spot, it is known as in situ. This is HCN is prepared in situ. Generally it will be provided like this. Just you remember, this is weakly acidic, it is weak acid, and thereby it requires some sort of, because when it is acid, to generate the nucleophile is nothing but base. From acid, how to generate base? Just you remember, just you recollect how to generate base from an acid. It is nothing but conjugate base. How we can generate conjugate base? Simply by eliminating H plus, is it not? So by removing H plus from this substrate, that is from the reagent, we can create the conjugate base which can behave as nucleophile. Clear? And here from this HCN, actually it requires basic media, slightly basic media, because it is an acid, and in basic media this OH minus will abstract H plus, creating Cn minus. Clear? And now let us go how it is happening. C double bond O in, when reacted with HCN in presence of base, it is of giving the product known as cyanohydrin. These are known as cyanohydrins are the products. Cyano group, cyano, the name itself indicates cyano group. Hydrin, hydroxyl group is also there. In the same carbon, both hydroxyl and cyanide groups are present. Clear? And now how it is happening? Already it is mentioned, it requires the presence of base in general, because it is weakly acid. To create some nucleophilicity, basic nature should be increased. For that purpose, we have to remove H plus from this reagent. Thereby we can get the nucleophile Cn minus. So now mechanism, let us study the mechanism of this reaction. It is HCN in step 1. HCN is attacked by OH minus, where it is giving H2O plus Cn minus. And in step 2, carbonyl group, which is partial negative, partial positive, is attacked by the negatively charged nucleophile. It is charged nucleophile, and thereby this will be shifted to this, forming this type of anion O minus. It is, just you remember, tetrahedral. It is sp3 hybridized carbon is there, tetrahedral structure. And now in step 3, this anion, that is cyano group and O minus, will be attacked by H plus from H2O formed, and it is coming to this, forming cyanohydrin. This is the final product. Clear? And now just it is following nucleophilic addition, because in step 2, that is rate determining step or slow step, nucleophile is attacking on the substrate. And why it is carried out in basic media, not the acidic media, is only, just you have to, with a common sense we can understand, this is actually nucleophile, no doubt at all, neutral nucleophile, but it is now having an acidic character. So to eliminate that acidic character, if we are adding some more acid, then automatically, because of the unit that is nothing but common ion effect, that acid dissociation may be decreased. that is the nucleophilicity will be decreased. So to promote the nucleophilicity in this weakly acid, we have to use alkali metal, media. Alkaline media is nothing but basic media. Then we can create the base, a conjugate base that behaves as nucleophile. Clear? This is cyanohydrin is the final product. And here one more thing what we have to remember in this reaction is, no doubt at all the aldehydes, that is formaldehyde or other aldehydes, all these type of different aldehydes can be undergoing this type of reaction, that is with cyanohydrins they can react. Clear? But in ketones there is restriction. In ketones all are not able to give this cyanohydrin formation. Just in ketones, the first one, that is nothing but acetone, it can give, and the second member, that is nothing but butanone, can give, and pentanone can also give. Pentanone, 3-pentanone can also give cyanohydrin, and pinacolone. You know what is pinacolone? Pinacolone is nothing but this type of compound, CH3, 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 C double bond O, CH3. This is pinacolone. Simply we can consider 1, 2, 3, 4. It is butanone. In this butanone, 3,3 dimethyl, 3,3 dimethyl butanone. 3,3 dimethyl butanone is known as pinacolone. Only these ketones are able to form cyanohydrins. All other ketones are unable to form this type of that is cyanohydrins. Just you remember, again I am repeating, all the aldehydes can form cyanohydrins, but in ketones only these 4 ketones are able to form cyanohydrins. All the remaining ketones are unable to form cyanohydrins. Just they will ask the question related to this concept. They will provide different ketones, and they will ask either which of the following is able to form cyanohydrin when treated with HCN, or sometimes they may ask question in reverse manner, which of the following ketone doesn't give cyanohydrin. Clear? So then you have to search of that the given compounds except these 4, any other ketone is given, it is unable to give this cyanohydrin reaction. Clear? And one more here, let me conclude this part by giving one more useful information to you. Just you remember, these cyanohydrins are best synthetic reagents for Streaker's process or method in the preparation of amino or hydroxy acids, alpha amino or alpha hydroxy acids. How? Just it is nothing but this cyanohydrin on hydrolysis in acid medium, this cyano group will convert into acid group like this. Now you observe, this is acid group and it is alpha carbon is having OH, so it is alpha hydroxy acid, and this OH group can be easily replaced by KNH2, and when it is NH2 replacing this, it is nothing but alpha amino acid. Like that, for the preparation of acid, alpha hydroxy acids or alpha amino acids by Streaker's process, the process of hydrolysis of cyanides are nothing but Streaker's process. These cyanohydrins are the best synthetic reagents. Clear? You have to remember which type of ketones are able to give this reaction and which are unable to give, and then what is the purpose of or what is the use of these cyanohydrins and how they are formed. All these you have to remember. Okay, in coming session we will discuss about the reaction of the other reagents for this nucleophilic addition. Clear? Thank you.